What's up, boys? So recently I posted my current trade pile, so the games that I'm trying to get rid of by trading, preferably for games that I want and need. So I posted it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, basically everywhere. And you should follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to see this earlier than on YouTube, because I thought I'd put it up as a video. If anyone watching is interested, you can hit me up. I will provide a wanted list later in the video. You can also check out the description if you want to see that. You can see a big variety of games I'm trying to get rid of. Some like small, very cheap games, all the way to a very, very expensive one. So let's start small with Transbot on the Master System. This is a SEGA card, so you need a special version of the Master System if you want to play it. This is the general European copy with all the languages in there. Why am I selling this? Because I got a German copy in a better condition, and I just like the German copies of these old Master System games a lot more. Really, this isn't in the best of condition. You can see the hinge is cracked here, so there's a bit of the plastic missing up there. The inlay in general is pretty good condition, but the case is not. The manual has a coffee stain on there. I didn't do that. None of this is my doing. I take pretty good care of my video games. Overall, manuals, nothing special, and you got the SEGA card here. No plastic baggie around it, sadly. If you just want a play copy or something to represent the mega card in your collection. But before we continue here, I take very good care of my video games. If you watch this channel, you should know. But I do have 2 cats, so I just wanted to tell you that. The cats do not have access to the room I keep my video games in, and especially not to the closet they're all in. But like, if you're really sensitive to that stuff, don't get my games. They come from a cat household. Here we have Alex Kidd in Miracle World, one of the, I would say, rarest, hardest to find and most popular games on the Master System. So this again is the European copy that has all the languages on there. Why am I selling this one? Because I have a better condition one. As simple as that. The hinge is ripped off up there. Sadly, I fade a lot of old Master System cases face in their lifetime. Here's the game. Very good condition, this one. So glue is not coming off or anything. Very nice condition. Very good to play too. And I have 2 manuals for Alex Kidd in Miracle World, and you can choose one. Printing is a bit different, as you can see, but if you got a case that doesn't have a ripped off hinge up there, you're in golden territory. I am looking for a German copy of Alex Kidd in Miracle World. The only difference on the cover, at least, is that it doesn't say the Mega cartridge, it says the Mega cartridge. So if you want to trade this one for the German copy, because you don't come from a German-speaking country and you'd like the general one, like, hit me up, or anything else that you want to trade with me. Let's go into the more modern stuff. Here we have Gregory Horror Show for the PlayStation 2. Great horror game, European exclusive. So if you want to get this, you have to get it from Europe or Japan, but there's no English on there, so you wouldn't be able to understand it. Overall, it's not the best condition. That's why I'm selling it. I have a better condition one, easy as that. So the inlay's a bit ripped up there. Well, it's not too bad, but the case itself, you need a new case, basically. So it has a few marks on there. I think this was a former rental copy. As you can see on the disc right here, there's a bit of writing right there, and this little glued on thing around the middle. I don't know why they do that. As you can see, pretty clean disc, pretty clean. I played through almost the entire game on this disc, didn't have a problem, so you shouldn't either. So the manual on the outside, it's not perfect condition, but it's totally fine. There's a few nicks here and there, a few marks. Overall, can't complain here. So if you want to have I would say, good condition Gregory Horror Show, here's your chance to get it. Now let's get into PlayStation 1 with Grandia, the first one, Grandia 1. Don't get too excited, this is the German copy, which means there's no English on the discs. So you can only play it in German, so this is really only for the German viewers. This has been in my collection for, I don't know, 7-8 years, maybe even longer. And I think I played through the entire game on these discs, and you shouldn't have a big problem. They are not perfect condition, but pretty clean right here. Not many scratches. This is the original printing, not the redone like Ubisoft best version or something, as you can see on the colorful printing on the disc. The other one is black and white, I think, or blue on blue. Something really weird. So you have this little pamphlet right here for another game. This is where it takes the turn for the worse with the manual. The cover is badly water damaged as it looks and has a bit of discoloration right here on Justin's face. It only really lasts for the first few pages. After that, it's a really, really good condition manual that you can enjoy. Backside is fine. It's not the best condition, but overall, except for the manual, I would say this gets a good condition from me. Skipping to the Dreamcast with Grandia II, this has been in my condition for over 10 years now. And everything that's not good about this is not my doing. I bought it like this pretty cheaply back then. There are a few cracks on the case, but if you have another face plate right here, it shouldn't be a big problem. The inlays themselves are pretty good condition. Here we got the game itself, very clean, pretty much no scratches on there. Sadly, the manual is missing. That's very sad. That's what I realized when I bought it 10 plus years ago. Oh, that's why it was so cheap. There was no manual. But if you don't care about that, or if you have an extra manual lying around, you can complete this copy, get a new faceplate for the case, and you have a pretty much perfect condition Grandia right here. So this is the soundtrack CD. I whipped this multiple times and had no problem listening to all the amazing tracks from this game. And now the big one, and definitely the most expensive one from the whole bunch, Parasite Eve. If you watch my channel, you should know the story behind this one. I was buying my copy and I was watching another auction after I had already won mine, and for some reason this copy got away for very cheaply, and I couldn't say no to that. So I got it hoping to trade up for some games that I really want. And this has been a very popular ask, but nobody wants to match the value for it for some reason. Today I talked to a guy who was really mad that I didn't want to trade this Parasite Eve for a Breath of Fire 3, the US version, which is a value difference from almost 100 euros between the two. So please only offer things that are of the same value. Same goes with all of these other games. If you have something I really want, I'll give you my list in a minute here. I'm willing to trade down, so absolutely no problem. So if you want to trade this for a Grandia 3 and a Grandia Xreme and like win on like 10, 20 euros maybe, I'm willing to do that. So if you have something I really want, like, don't hesitate to contact me, even if the value doesn't add up. The case has 2 cracks right here. Let's see, can I show that to you? Yeah, here you can see, but it's just the case. You can replace that too. Backside is pretty clean. Inlays have no problems at all. Here we have the game discs. Discs are almost spotless. A few minor scratches, but nothing that should hinder the playability of the game. Here we have the manual. Let's get that out without destroying it. It's always a problem with these cases right here. Fantastic condition. Like maybe you can see it. So you can see a few little nicks up there, but just from being in the case, I should really get like little protective bags for the manuals as well and go full on nerd on the video game protection. Yeah, manual, very good condition throughout. Has the registration card for Square Enix up in here. So, second half of the game, disc number 2. Like, I don't think the previous owner ever played to disc number 2 because this is spotless. Like, there's nothing on here. I don't think anyone ever played past the first disc for this one. And here is the demo disc, the collector's disc. I don't think this was ever put into a PlayStation. This is absolutely spotless as well. So these are the games. If you have any questions, just message me, write in the comments, or send me a message on social media. I'm looking for Grandia III, Grandia Xreme, and I'm looking for Parasite Eve II on the US PlayStation 1, so not the PAL version, please. Yeah, that's what I'm really looking for, but just offer me anything JRPG related. Just North American PlayStation 1 RPGs, PlayStation 2 RPGs. I'm interested in all of them, even PlayStation 3, and I have basically all the 360 ones, so don't really offer me any of those. So anything from the disc era. I'm not a big cartridge guy, but if you have anything interesting from PlayStation 1, 3DO, PlayStation 2, GameCube, not Xbox, I'm not into that. Just send me a message. We can do a deal, we can work something out, and I'm happy to hear from you. See you then.